It's Scotland's capital and financial centre, and it was here that George Osborne delivered his warning. A currency union with an independent Scotland would not work and was not going to happen.
Sharing the pound is not in the interests of either the people of Scotland or the rest of the United Kingdom. The people of the rest of the UK wouldn't accept it, and Parliament wouldn't pass it. If Scotland walks away from the UK, it walks away from the pound.
Getting behind the Tory Chancellor are the Liberal Democrats and Labour. Danny Alexander, Ed Balls and George Osborne, unlikely allies maybe, but all agree there will be no negotiations. Scotland will not get to formally keep the pound.
George Osborne's speech here in Edinburgh was highly detailed. He took the unprecedented step of publishing internal civil service advice. It's a ratcheting up of pressure on the pro-independence politicians here at Holyrood to give more details about whether they have a currency plan B.
The Scottish Government say today's intervention amounts to bullying and bluff.
Of course, the Scottish Government's proposition should be subjected to scrutiny. It has been and will continue to be subjected to scrutiny. But the position George Osborne has articulated today really requires some hard scrutiny as well. And when it gets that hard scrutiny, it doesn't withstand it. And that's the reality.
But what other currency options are on the table if Scotland does vote for independence? One possibility is an informal currency union, or the country could opt for a brand new currency and go it alone.
Having its own currency would give Scotland the most degrees of freedom, the most flexibility to run its own economic policy. It would give it the most flexibility to respond in case a big shock hits. So it would be able to move its own interest rates, it would be able to set its own spending and tax rates, and manage its own debt levels.
Whatever side you're on, the currency is key to this battle, and the Chancellor today raised the stakes in the fight over the future of the United Kingdom. Lorna Gordon, BBC News, Edinburgh.